Wait, what?
Your Majesty! Otake and the other Black Rose and White Lily boys threw themselves to the ground and looked up at Ginkgo.
Though it has absolutely no effect on women, Ginkgo's talent lets her emit pheromones that make men her thralls. Looks like today it's as potent as ever. Is this new?
Yep, new character, but female, I'm pretty sure.
Guys are so gross. Now, Otake, are you ready?
Yes, Your Highness! I'm ready to go anytime! Probably wanting to finish the match quickly, Ginkgo went right up to Otake with her skirt still blowing above her waist in the wind. Then she reached over to her starry-eyed opponent.
Then here's your order. Lose now.
As Your Highness commands! Or not!
What?
Otake suddenly twisted over and protected the emblem on his shoulder from Ginkgo's hand. Otake shot up and used Ginkgo's momentum to smash her emblem. And as he did, the sweet scent vanished like mist dissipating. I, humble demon of lust Otake, claim victory over the black undergarment queen Ginkgo.
Wow, that can't be. You were under the effect of my temptation.
Ginkgo dropped to her knees in the face of an unexpected defeat. On the other hand, the victorious Otake also dropped to his knees for a completely different reason. Wait a second, this sucks! Temptation wore off! I missed my chance to get trampled by the queen. Wait, what? He's bleeding from the eyes now! This guy's hardcore!
What?
I wanted her to torment me some more! Well, hentai is right. I'm so stupid! Why do I have to actually win?
Wait, what? I feel a little sorry for you, so let me explain. Otake was most definitely under the effects of temptation. However, that was just a reward to him. He's just so masochistic that he defied you a little bit, so you gift him with some sweet, sweet pain.
Well then, I'm going to be awarding dozens of pictures after this.
And that defiance just happened to work out.
Well then. Wait, you've got to be kidding!
Gross. Well, a win's a win, and this one goes to Otake of the Black Rose Dorm. Otake will receive 10 candies. Now both White Lily and Black Rose have a single win each. The next match will decide the victory of this duel.
Best of 3, best of 5. Sure, it wasn't in the best way, but you beat a White Lily, Otake. Awesome!
Personally, I don't think I can look at you the same way again.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna get rocked, man. Good job out there. Wait, you guys all thought I was done for, didn't you?
I can't believe this. What's up with that disgusting talent? That guy's an enemy to all women.
He is a bit of a... Yeesh.
Ugh, I can't believe he saw my panties. You're the one who was showing it.
Well, because he used the wind to lift her skirt.
But then she...
was just like, yeesh.
Sis, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Otake was simply unpredictable. It is nothing you need to worry about, Ginkgo. You did well.
Thank you.
Jinguji?
Jinguji. Well, it's time to begin the third match.
Well, you betting Kotaru is going to be one of the fighters this time, and the other one will be Suzu.
Very likely. Now, the victor's entire team will each receive a sum 50 candies, so do your best.
Huge.
Alright, this one's going to decide the whole purse.
As the victory purse. God.
Please, Asami, our leader, pull this one out of the hat. When?
Azami, Azami, Azami.
The third contestants are these two.
The White Lily Master. Oh, sorry, you.
The White Lily Master Suzuyuki and the Black Rose Talentless
Called it.
Sakurai.
Called it.
To your places. Talentless.
Well, that's that. There goes my 50 candies.
I wanted to buy some perfume from the store with my 50 candies. What?
My 50 bowls of the new ramen down the drain. Hey, guys, wait! Dude, this is Kotaro we're talking about here. Rah rah, go get 'em, Kotaro. Hey, no half-assed cheers! Dude, Kotaro, you're talentless. Alright, I can't really say anything to that. Talentless. That's what they called me. Even a year and a half in, I hadn't been able to contribute a thing to the Black Rose Dawn. Everyone was all over me being the sole scholarship student at first, but now I'm talentless and treated like dirt. Man, I really want a talent.
How well is he passing his classes?
I have no idea. It sounds like a pony thing to me, you know, the cutie marks.
And I mean, like, you're up against Yuki of all people. I really want to cheer you on, old pal, but you just don't stand a chance.
Burn. Yeah, I know that. I really do. I still want you to cheer me on, though. My opponent was Suzuyuki, the head of the White Lily Dawn, who looks like she's about to, like, eat his soul and then take a dump on it. The goddess I saw up on top of the hill that night, so they're 17 now, it's a year and a half. I didn't think we'd have our reunion like this. Well, seriously, a year and a half and he's never seen her. Okay. It had been a year and 2 months since I'd enrolled, almost a year and a half since I met her on the hill.
They are of different dorms.
True. I realised her name was Suzuyuki almost immediately after I enrolled.
Okay.
I hadn't, though, exchanged so much as one word with her since that day. It was because we entered different dorms, the Black Rose and the White Lily. Bitter rivals. They'd hated each other's guts since the school was started 50 years ago. Kudos for that. They know how to use the possessive apostrophe and a pluralized thing. A lot of people get that wrong.
I don't know how to use it.
Basically, if it's a word that ends with an S, but then you're going to add an S on it to pluralize it, you add one of them instead. Also, if you're talking about, the example I was given is if you're talking about your sister's husbands, as in two sisters, two husbands, sisters would have an apostrophe after the S. Because there are two sisters and they have two husbands. Yuki ended up the head of the White Lily Dawn right when she enrolled, as a freshman no less. I had no way of getting close to her. If I could just run into her somewhere, I could at least talk to her, but... Alright, enough. Gotta focus on the duel. Everyone, hear me out. This may be Yuki we're up against, but even she has a weakness. She
won't use her talent.
Oh?
Why the surprise? You haven't forgotten, have you? Suzuyuki is a master class, a student with the strongest type of talent in this entire academy. And masters, everyone, aren't allowed to recklessly use their talents. School rules.
Oh yeah! Yeah, it had nothing to do with me, so I forgot.
Wait, so what's the point? You guys. Well, you'll get your lecture later. Basically, there's just one thing I want to say. Right now, Suzuyuki is as close to our talentless Kotaro here as she's going to get.
Ooh!
So she's a master, like what's the point
Well,
of
they're not
not
allowed
using?
to use their powers in school, I guess, because they might be too dangerous or something?
But how? It's not fair because other people who have powers can use their powers. That's like a really smart student not being able to perform well because the other students are not smart as them, you know?
Well, yeah, but it's a little bit different when you have abilities that can, like, start the space-time continuum.
True facts, true facts. Wait, you mean Ko can actually pull out a win?
He can pull out something. He was anything like this guy.
Essentially.
Alright, rock those white lilies! That sounds so wrong. Master Schmaster. She's probably just got a talent she can't tell anyone about. Take her down, Kotaro! Kotaro.
Oh, well, wait, who's talking? Well, that is to say, if Suzuyuki's strength is all in her talent.
Get her, Kotaro! Kotaro! This is a perfect chance to beat Suzuyuki! He just wants to see her pants.
You can do it. If she can't use her talent, you just might have it made. Ko's era has come at last. Go get her, Ko!
They're really building up to this, aren't they? He's just gonna walk over and, like, kick him in the dick or something. Come on, you guys!
Please, be quiet.
With that single phrase, the grounds fell silent. Her voice sounded so sharp, I felt like I had a blade put to my heart.
Black Roses, you have not forgotten this school's rules, have you?
Oh?
Oh, Mimi, I don't know any of the school rules.
Well then. Haru cheerfully waved both her hands up with a big grin. Haru, you moron.
Very well. Then allow me to inform you. School Code of Conduct, Article 3. A talent is a trait conferred by God. You must not mock another's talent.
So the people in the previous round should be penalized for that? For mocking Otake?
Meaning what you just said, Black Roses, is against school rules.
And the stuff that they were saying before that, dots.
Wait, that's it? That was disappointing.
Who cares if we break that rule? It's no big deal, right, Kotaro? All of the other Black Roses started to grumble and complain, seeing that Yuki's expression grew harsh.
I see. Very well then. Sakurai, if that is how you choose to be, then I will defeat you in just one
That wasn't
second.
me, it was everybody else! Yuki pointed her index finger up towards the heavens. Whoa, what? Hold on a minute, it's Otake who said that! I didn't say a thing!
Exactly.
Don't worry about the rules, Kotaro.
Rules are meant to be followed. So allow me to show you what happens when you don't follow them.
Please, just listen! Get real. Sure, Kotaro's talentless, but he's not going to lose in 1 second. Well, he already hasn't. It's been more than 1 second. You're the one who needs to get real, Otake. My head started to hurt.
Yeah, seriously, you're looking down on Ko way too much, even for the White Lily leader.
Ugh. Good grief, even Haru's fallen for Otake's garbage. Kotaro, don't lose to Suzuyuki! Take her down! With all the Black Roses backing me, it seemed like I was the one who mocked the school rules. Ah, my back's against the ropes here! I got Yuki mad, and that's the worst thing for me. But, well, she may be a girl, but a jewel's a jewel. There's no way I can actually hit the girl I like, but what's with the random Japanese there? I'm winning this one! I shook my head a bit to get rid of any distractions and set my eyes on Yuki in front of me.
Good grief. Are both sides ready?
Finally.
Begin!
At the sound of the whistle, I threw caution to the wind and charged at Yuki. You're going down, Yuki! On my dick! I had to get the first hit. Without a talent, this one attack was my only chance to defeat Yuki. Yuki, however, didn't even get into a defensive stance. You're mine! The moment I reached out to the emblem on Yuki's shoulder, sure that I had won.
I don't think so.
I floated through the air. The moment I took off from the ground, I felt a sharp pain in my leg. What happened? Still flying in the air, I reached out with my right arm, but Yuki effortlessly dodged me. My body was carried forward with the momentum of my charge. Our faces grew closer. I picked up a light, pleasant scent. Though the fear of being up in the air tormented me, the aroma playing at my nose left an impression. Priorities, man. Thud. Ugh. Unable to land properly, I slammed my head and shoulder hard. My vision growing hazy, the last image of the visage of her I'd seen as I flew by was burned into my mind. Like the way her eyes are burning into your soul. Her lightly fluttering silver hair, that noble face in profile, how sublime she was, how beautiful. I'm just taking pictures left and right. Ugh.
Game set. Sakurai's emblem flashed red. This duel ends in the White Lily's victory.
Cool. I heard that the Black Rose Dome had lost as my consciousness faded. Then I completely blacked out. Well then.
Yeah.
But I've got to say, you sure are lucky getting tossed around by Yuki like that. Well then. I kind of fainted back there though. Otake and I were walking to 5th period. He'd come to see how I was doing out of the goodness of his heart since I'd gotten KO. Yeah, right. Yeah? And? You got super close to Yuki, didn't you? Face. He's really a good guy, worrying about me like that, but he's just always such a perv with his mind on one thing and one thing only. Yeah, Pantsu. So, what did you think? She smelled good? Looked really pretty up close? Alright, I took that back. That's all this guy wanted to hear, 100%. Well, yeah, I think she's beautiful, but I can't really say much more. Your faces were so close to second she threw you. A perfect chance to get a good look at her face and get a good smell. Smells like butter. Wait, no, you know, if it were me, I'd try to cut my feel even. And you didn't do a thing. That's because not everybody's a creeper like you, dude. Dude, I was in the air before I knew what was happening. Also, I'm not a rapist. This is the problem with amateurs. Otake shook his head in condescending exasperation. Listen, Kotaro, and listen good. Suzuyuki is the babe on campus. She's always on top of the Mikage Academy Hearties ranking. Posted underground. The Dom head of the White Lily Dom and their strongest member, a master of schoolwork and sports and a solitary genius who can pull off anything by herself.
Stop jerking off, Mom.
Harsh on herself. I never tossed off. I never tossed off to anything. It's that big gesture that gets.
It's like, are you doing it with another guy?
You're skiing. Harsh on herself and others, the rigidity with which she follows the school rules makes her a walking bastion of order. She stands high above the crowd, letting no one near her and only speaking with her handsome narcissist of a right-hand man, Jinguji. She's got such a frigid barrier around her at all times, preventing any and all superfluous conversation. So, we men of the underworld call her the Ice Goddess.
I'm gonna pee all over the place.
Oh yeah. Men of the underworld. First time hearing about that. That doesn't matter! Seeing her is a rare event for Black Rose and White Lily alike. And you seriously don't remember any of it? That's a shame. That's way too much of a shame. It's so enthusiastic about this. Yeah. Really, I do remember a bit, but I won't hear the end of it if I tell that to Otake. But more importantly, we'd better hurry. We're gonna be late. What was the next class again? Who cares about that? Is what I'd like to say, but our next class is on talent. Ugh, seriously? Now that's depressing. I can see why you'd feel that, but this is the one type of class you really want to sit in for. For your future's sake. Otake let out a mean smile. True, I was talentless, so knowledge about talents wasn't something I could go without. But seriously, you really blew your chance. If it was me in there, I'd have gotten in at least 3 looks and 3 sniffs. What the fuck is with him and the sniffs? Why does he keep going on about the sniffs? He's like, here, sniff, sniff. I got into the classroom and sat in my seat at the very back of the window. Otake was beside me. I got to my seat, let out a deep sigh, and lay out flat on my desk while looking forward. Yuki was sitting at the very front of the class, in front of the teacher's stand, her posture perfect. She already had her talent textbook open. I couldn't see her expression from behind, but she was always just as noble looking as Otake said. As gorgeous as a garden peony when she stood, as elegant as a tree peony when she sat, and as regal as a lily when she walked. Such was her beauty and nobility, coupled with an icy aura that made her hard to approach. It made something else hard when you approach her too. You carry on, please. I need some pee-pee now.
Okay. Ice goddess. Huh? Yuki. Alright, everybody. Sit down. Today we're going to go over talents. Alright, Sakurai, can you give us examples of the types of talents? Why does she have to call on the talentless guy? I mean, not that I mind.
There are 2 kinds of talents. There are 2 ways to come. Come from Ermston. The first is internal. For example, the talent to strengthen your vision so that you can see pebbles 100 yards away, or see infrared light with your eyes. The other is external. They have conditions that must be met, but can bestow powerful effects. For example, teleporting something you touch, or stealing someone's vision.
Very well done. Now, as you know, Mikage Academy's biggest goal is to develop its students' individual talents. When our students graduate, they go out into the world to improve Japanese society using their talents. Politics, subjugation of the violent, financial stability, stimulation of the rural areas, and more. All are ways that we can use our talents to contribute to society.
Contribute to my book.
Which is why now you want to use your time to find out ways to use your talent.
Depends on what your talent is, I suppose. You're very talented.
Yeesh. All of your fees are paid for by the government. From taxes, meaning it all comes from the people who believe you'll improve society in the days to come. So,
is that not the norm in Japan? Because
No.
that's how it's done here. All education is paid by taxes, so
you have to pay.
even just basic education.
I'm not sure about kindergarten and elementary school, but I think high school and university. But it's not as expensive as...
College and university is still kind of paid for, but there are a lot of grants you can get here to allow you to do it for free, so there are ways around it. Professor Fair would bring up social responsibility and our school fees whenever she got the chance. That probably went to show how important talents were for the country's development. Never mind the country, what about the whole bleeding world?
Next is the question of where talents come from, Yuki. People are said to have 4 levels of consciousness. The conscious, the unconscious, the subconscious. Wait, isn't the subconscious and the unconscious the same thing?
No, unconscious is when you're asleep but still actively in control. The subconscious happens kind of behind the scenes without you having any direct influence over it.
And the overconscious? Okay.
Maybe those are people that are high on crack.
The overconscious, even deeper below the subconscious, is the realm of the divine, said to be the closest space between man and God. Those who have faced themselves in the overconscious space are each conferred a talent by God based on their strong will.
So, paranoid delusion then.
Burned into the mind. granted by the divine.
Spoiler, by the way, I don't buy into religion.
Burnt into the mind, granted by the divine and made to be developed. That is what talents are. That was perfect, and dare I say, a masterful answer, Yuki.
The talented were divided into 4 classes based on the strength of their talent. Makes sense? At the very top are those who can perfectly control their talents. The ones with the best abilities. The masters. There were only 3 masters in this school. The leaders of the White Lily and Black Rose Dawns, Yuki and Azami, as well as Yuki's right-hand man, Jinguji. Masters were either geniuses or students with powerful talents from enrollment. Master talents were generally kept a secret, known only to the students themselves and the school. To keep control of their talents, masters were also supposed to be really, really physically strong. Yuki demonstrated that pretty well. Sometimes you could find out those talents through duels. Once, a talent to summon storms was discovered in just that way. In other words, Yuki, Jinguji, and Azami had talents to match that kind of power. So why is Yuki's talent then singing? It was pretty ridiculous. Second from the top were the experts. Those with powerful talents and the practice to use them. Plenty of third years and White Lilies were experts. Kageko, the girl with the bamboo manipulating Floralia talent from this morning's duel, was an expert. In third place were the seniors. They had talents that were still in development, and plenty of Black Roses were seniors. These were students like Otake with his eroticidence and Ginkgo with her temptation. Wait, it said there were 3 levels, and why are there 5?
3 levels?
Yeah, it said there were 3 levels of talents.
No.
And now it has a thing with 5. I get the bottom one. Then at the bottom were the rookies, the students who had just discovered their talents and couldn't use them well yet. Most of the freshmen, like Mizuki with her Blue Ocean and Sara, were rookies. I mean, I get the talentless thing, but why is there a rookies one as well if there are 3? I think maybe they mean 3 for trained talent peoples, whereas these are just learning. That makes sense. Finally, there was actually a 5th class that wasn't included in the pyramid of 4 classes. I'm sure they said there were 3 classes. Could have been a typo. A rarity in Mikage Academy, the one student without a talent, the talentless. In other words,
meh.
Me.